Hi, I'm Ryan with Front End Audio, and I want to take a moment to share with you the line of pro audio gear from Malcolm Toft. Now, of course, Mr. Toft is a living legend, and he has been contributing to the pro audio world and shaping it for many decades, dating all the way back to the original Trident console days back in like the 70s, really defining the British sound. And throughout the years, he has continued to refine and invent new gear that really helps along with the evolution of pro audio, where, of course, today we have shifted from the tape days to the DAW days. And while DAWs are absolutely amazing and have a lot of strength that we didn't have back in the tape days, or at least simplifies a lot of those things, the one thing that digital still struggles with is having life, dynamics, vibe, right? And that's the importance of analog gear, and that's what Mr. Toft has been doing, continually, refining and inventing analog gear that flows with that evolution and the importance of getting that life and that vibe that only analog gear can provide in today's day and age. And of course, right now, this is the three main products that Malcolm Toft offers. New stuff is coming, and there'll be, of course, many more down the line. But at the time of this video, this is what they're offering, and each one of them is very unique and very cool. We're going to start with the Punisher because, well, this is the first product that they released. And what you have here is a 500 series unit, some mono unit, and you have three distortion channels, saturation channels, symmetrical, asymmetrical, and iron. Mimicking an iron transformer, and then you have filtering here that's based off the Trident filtering, the ability to blend and sum. We have an overview video that goes in depth on this unit, and we have a demo video as well. You can check those out. There'll be a link up here or in the description below. But when you're really looking to add extra saturation, harmonics, and really richen things up, that's what the top section does here. But these filtering, you can use this for filtering alone and really enhance the sonic characteristics of your audio. Very cool piece, very affordable as well, so worth having a few of those in your 500 series rack. And then we get to the Equate. This is an 8-channel EQ. The EQ is based on the Trident 80B console. You have quarter-inch TRS inputs and outputs, as well as your DB25 inputs and outputs. The way this was designed is to mimic the 500 series format, because so many people have a 500 series rack with a bunch of preamps in it. Well, you can then see that the layout matches how a 500 series rack is. So you could put this behind, on the back end of a 500 series rack loaded with preamps and have a large format console, little channel strips. And the EQ is very smooth, very natural. You can boost and cut well. It's really, again, like the EQ off of the Trident console, so it gives you that feel and that vibe of really being able to shape things, both in tracking and mixing. And it's just a very cool box that sounds great, and once again, at an extremely reasonable price point. And when we come over to here, you see the Integra 8. This is essentially a compact, large format console. Every channel in this is its own card. So just like a traditional analog console, if one of these were to go down, you don't lose everything else, like on cheaper mixing boards that are all in one big board, right? One big circuit board. You have a plethora of inputs and outputs, XLR, quarter-inch, DB25. You can actually expand this with a digital I/O to make it like an audio interface, as well as connect it to FaderMate, and you can utilize this in that regards as a control surface for your DAW, which really, it takes a truly analog large format console in a small footprint, and it gives you the capacity of an analog console, but also adds in DAW control and audio interfacing, which is extremely cool. You have your monitor section, your master summing section, your headphone outs, and everything like that. So you really have the workflow of a large format console with aux sends and inserts, pans, faders, the whole 9 yards. And with the inserts on each of the 8 channels, you could marry this to the inserts there, and then you'll have your mic pre's, your EQs, your aux sends. You'll have a large format console in a very compact footprint, and you can of course daisy chain a couple of these, so if you want to put two of them together and have a 16 channel, you can. So that's a quick overview of what Mr. Toft is providing in this day and age. He's giving you the functionality and the quality of a large format console in an affordable small footprint that can be expanded on. That's not just analog, but can function as a DAW controller. It has more utility to it. It can integrate with his EQ, and now you have even more functionality out of it. On the output of it, you could throw a couple of the Punishars, and now you can add more vibe, more saturation, and even further filtering if you wanted to like take the entire mix and lift some air up and things like that. It gives you an ecosystem that gives you all the benefits and qualities of high-end analog and all the life and vibe and dynamics, everything that we want to add to our digital world. And it does so in very reasonable price points with a footprint that meets the demands of recording studios today. Because, you know, it's more times than not, everything's being done in smaller commercial studios or home studios, and that keeps this, you know, these pieces of gear keep that in mind and really give you that power of the big, you know, studios from yesteryear at your fingertips today. And again, they're going to have more stuff coming out in the near future and more gear. Who knows what he's going to innovate down the road. But all of these are built with high-end components, built very, very well, you know, hand-assembled and built and designed in England. Quality control is top-notch. It's just a great series of gear that I have really enjoyed taking the privilege to get my hands on and learn, as well as speaking with Mr. Toft himself, and then also the privilege to be able to share it with all of you. So if you have any questions about the Malcolm Toft line, any of these individual pieces of gear or the entire line, and of course for all your pro audio needs, do check us out on the web at frontendaudio.com. Thank you.